Saurabh, and you're listening to my favorite talk show, The Weekly Show with Aditya.
Another week, another series of top notch episodes, and the greatest talk show on the planet with the GOAT returns with episode number 374 as this talk show heads towards another magical milestone. It's episode number 374 on the 7th of June 2021 on a sultry and hot Monday morning. Let's see what all are the highlights and the discussions for this morning's episode. It's celebration time as this talk show goes towards the 375th episode. Then the discussion will move on to the hypocrisy of the media in terms of Eurocup versus Indian football tournaments, and then the WWE pay-per-views. Let's begin and celebrate. Let's look at all the episodes from the first till the 375th. First episode on 26th of June 2018, the 25th episode on 23rd of January 2019, the 50th episode on 27th of March 2019, the 75th episode on the 24th of May 2019, the 100th episode on the 14th of August 2019, the 125th episode on the 16th of October 2019, the 150th episode on 1st of January 2020, the 175th episode on the 28th of February 2020, the 200th episode on the 27th of April 2020, the 225th episode on the 26th of June 2020, the 250th episode on the 21st of August 2020, the 275th episode on the 19th of October 2020, the 300th episode on the 16th of December 2020, the 325th episode on the 12th of February 2021, the 350th episode on the 12th of April 2021, and this Wednesday, in just 48 hours time, the 375th episode on the 9th of June 2021. Let's move further. It's celebration time with only T-1 episodes remaining. And what does this celebration mean? Celebration means with sugary meals, processed food, pizzas, burgers, and unhygienic Indian junk food. It means forget being a health nut, celebrate like you have never celebrated before. Who cares about health? Health is irrelevant when celebrations are more important. And this happens only 4 days in a year. So why not give it your 100%? Health is fine, that is in one direction, but you have to show your excitement. And that's the way you celebrate. Paranoia cannot work in this context. You have to remove all the negativity surrounding those illusions and imaginary situations being carved up. But more on this after the short break. Welcome back. Let's discuss this more. T-1 episodes remain, and there is a special guest who will be arriving this Wednesday. Who will be that special guest? All will be really revealed at the end of this episode. But let's carry on the celebration discussion further. As I said, when it's time to celebrate, forget being healthy, forget having leafy vegetables, because that is not what comprises of celebration. In fact, it's time for cakes, pastries, ice creams, processed food, pizzas, burgers. Yes, once every 60 days, that's acceptable. As well as some of the unhygienic Indian junk food. We all know what all comprises unhygienic Indian junk food. And as to the special guest this Wednesday, that will be revealed on at the end of this episode. So stay tuned if you want to know more about who is that special guest. Let's carry on our discussion further. Euro Cup versus Indian football tournaments. The Euro Cup starts on Friday, and everyone is excited, from print media to electronic media to pseudo media. Everyone has put their attention on this. Everyone who knows 1% or minus 1% about football, who think they claim to know about the various football teams who will be participating in this particular tournament, they have put their time and effort to create a list of they have created a SWOT analysis of all the 25 odd teams in this tournament, which includes the likes of Russia, Portugal, France, Germany, well, not England because they are not part of Euro anymore, the likes of Spain, Macedonia, Portugal, and other teams, versus the World Cup qualifiers, for which the Indian team is working hard. They are in Kazakhstan right now. They are playing against the likes of their Asian counterparts in Oman, Afghanistan, Bangladesh. And it will be surprising to a few that a Bangladesh football team is more potent than a Bangladesh cricket team. So when a India Bangladesh cricket football match happens, it's not easy to beat a potent team like Bangladesh. And yes, World Cup qualifiers are important, but for me, India should have gained a direct qualification just because they are an Indian team. To take them through this effort with a measly paragraph dedicated to this, not even one proper conversation about the World Cup qualifiers. Why? Because it's a qualifier, it's not a direct entry. The Euro Cup teams, they will have a direct entry, and for me, it's time to move beyond playing the likes of Oman, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and the others. Iran also. Even an Iranian football team is stronger than Indian football team. And after a while, I've lost my patience. I want to see an Indian team play against established nation, which means going beyond their Asian counterparts, even playing the likes of Slovenia, even having an India England friendly match. Why not? Let the Indian team show their talent. They have the talent, but they don't get the respect. If you have seen my article, the Indian Football Federation does not believe in giving the respect, which means let me give you a few examples. As I said, it's the double standard and the hypocrisy of the print, electronic, and the pseudo media. The broadcaster which will be relaying the matches in India has already started the advertisements with hashtag Meri Dusri Country, which means everyone is excited. Which team are you supporting beyond being an Indian? Are you supporting Portugal, Spain, France, Macedonia, the obvious teams in Germany? But not one conversation around the World Cup qualifiers. It's almost as if the World Cup qualifiers don't even have that kind of respect, as if it doesn't have that aura around it. And because it's Euro Cup, it's a perfect tournament, no errors, while the Indian team has to strive to even play one match. They have not played too many matches to show that they are prepared to play the World Cup qualifiers as well as the Asia Cup qualifiers. And here we have Euro Cup. Everyone is excited that the Euro Cup is around the corner. It happens every 4 years, and next year will be the World Cup, which means more teams will be added, and it could be a possibility that the Indian team may not make it to the World Cup because they are playing against the likes of Oman, Iran, Syria, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and I think it's time to move beyond their Asian counterparts. And if you look at the schedule of the Indian team, the matches are scheduled too far apart. Yes, a few events have made a mess of the schedule, but even despite the effort of the Indian coach, we don't give respect to the Indian football team, as if they don't exist, as if they are at the bottom of the pyramid. That's how our attitude is towards the Indian football tournaments. As far as the players involved in the Euro Cup are concerned, they played in various domestic tournaments, the La Liga, the Bundes League, the Copa America. Well, that's American, but yes, even that tournament has got a lot of excitement. Copa America, that is the cup for the Latin American countries, that is South America. But moving on, they have played the domestic tournaments. We had a Liverpool Manchester Champions League final, means the players are well prepared. They know they were playing proper matches. As far as the Indian team are concerned, they have been only able to play 2 or 3 matches over the past 1 year, and it's the same team again and again. Syria, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Oman. Move beyond that. It's not enough. On the other hand, Messi, who will be playing for Portugal, has played a couple of domestic tournaments. He is a seasoned Champions League player, well, where the champions of the domestic tournaments come and play, and then and there's an eventual final, the FA Cup, the EPL, the English Premier Domestic Tournament, the Federation Association Cup, the La League, the Bulldales League, and the Serie A, the Italian one. Means all these players, Italy is also a part of Europe, means all these players are prepared. They are ready to play for their respective teams. It's a transition from playing for the likes of Liverpool to now transitioning to playing for her own country. That is, if a player from France was playing for a couple of domestic teams, now he or she will be playing for his country. Yes, it's not the same money, but the Euro Cup is representing a certain nation, a certain subculture. That's how it is. As I said, one full page, a SWOT analysis versus the World Cup qualifiers. An Indian team's chances of qualifying, despite the talent and the pedigree, won't be possible because of the opposition. Syria, Afghanistan, Iran, Bangladesh. Well, these teams are good, but we have to move beyond these teams. And then, when you look at the Indian football team jersey, the quality, the cloth quality, no, the names of the players are not even printed on the back. And then you compare the same jerseys to these domestic tournaments, the Champions League, the Euro Cup, the jerseys look as if it's full of sponsors. They're of good quality. My school's jersey was much better in quality than the Indian football jersey. It looks as if, once again, it's a peanut investment by the Indian Football Federation with no support anywhere. And why will the support come? Well, the support may not come because they may have a reason. The Indian football team is not winning. They are struggling to qualify for the Asia Cup and the World Cup. Well, they will struggle if they play 6 matches in 1 year, or if there is a huge gap, or if there is no conversation about it, there is no drama build up. India will be playing another team in Oman. There are only 2 results as far as the Indian team is concerned. It's either a draw or a loss. Draw means they get 1 point, loss means they are nowhere in the picture. Can they defeat the likes of Afghanistan? Yes. Do they have the pedigree? Yes. Are the Indian players up to the level of European players and world football players? I think Anirudh Thapa is more talented than the overhyped Messi and the Kante and the Kylian Mbappe and the Mohamed Salah and whatnot. They're better. The Indian football players just need that environment, just need the exposure. And playing against Syria, Iran, Afghanistan, Bangladesh is not enough to give them that confidence that yes, they can play against players who have been hyped, though they are good enough, but the hyped international football players. That's not enough. They need more matches. They need to play against established teams, maybe just for doing something different. Have India France international friendly. After the Euro Cup is over, the Indian team travels to a neutral location and they play the likes of France, Germany.
It's
Let them lose
10:30.
by a big margin. But even if they're able to put fear in the opposition, the overhyped teams like France, Germany, Portugal, Spain, Italy, and even if they're able to draw the match to 1-1, it will garner some attention by the hypocritical Indian print, electronic, and pseudo media, and this is what they need. And the Indian Football Federation, the Indian coach, needs to step up and think of such matches. Will it be fair? Well, who cares about being fair? It's not a David Goliath situation. It's not unfair. It's not as if India plays Portugal in a friendly. It's a friendly match. So results don't matter, but the experience, the environment of playing in bigger grounds, in more established grounds, the distance traveled from one football pool to the other will be bigger than the smaller grounds they are used to playing to, than bigger galleries. Why not have this? Do something different. Just not be satisfied playing the Omans, the Syrians, the Afghans, or the Bangladesh. That's not enough. That will not give them the confidence. But more on this after the short break. Welcome back after the break. Let's carry on this morning's discussion. Here we are, the WWE pay per views are back. After the Backlash pay per view, the NXT pay per view comes into context. What is NXT? It's a developmental organization where wrestlers from other independent circuits come here. They are trained according to how WWE wants its wrestlers to be trained in a certain pattern, in a certain manner, the dialogues, the mannerisms, and everything else. So yes, majority of wrestlers first they have to go through 2 or 3 year internship like period in NXT where they become popular, they develop a certain style, and then they are thrown into the main roster. But that will be discussed later. Let's look at the NXT takeover in your house pay-per-view scheduled next Monday. So it's for the only sanctioned match and approved match is the one between for the WWE NXT Men's Championship, which means the current champion Karrion Kross, who defended his championship against Finn Balor, who is now out of commission and may be looking for a return back to the main roster. Well, that will be discussed later. We are back again. Karrion Kross will face Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Kyle O'Reilly. Fatal 5-way matches have their pros and cons. Pros are that you see 5 top wrestlers who have worked hard, who have qualified for these matches. They come together and they face each other, and they all deserve a shot at the men's championship or the women's championship. Here, since the men's championship has been confirmed, what are the cons of a fatal 5-way, a triple threat match? Well, the champion doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose his or her title. So it could be possible that Pete Dunne or Adam Cole or Johnny Gargano or Kyle O'Reilly could amongst themselves submit or pin the other, or they could combine together and take Karrion Cross out of commission, and then the four of them would face each other. Now it's a very strange situation. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly once upon a time were part of a faction which was disbanded as they wanted both these wrestlers to go on their own independent ways, and now they are, since their Vengeance pay-per-view which was broadcasted before WrestleMania, they are going to face each other again. And Pete Dunne already has a rivalry with both Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, which leaves Johnny Gargano as the lone man. He could take opportunity of the rivalries which will be formed. You could see Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly go hammer and tongs on each other, go nuclear on each other, which would give an opportunity for Johnny Gargano, who was the former NXT North American champion. Now he gets a shot at the topmost champion. You could see Karrion Cross and Johnny Gargano have a temporary alliance, and they could take out the three opponents, and then these two could go one on one on each other. And another con of a fatal 5-way triple threat, fatal 4-way match is that you don't get to see two wrestlers go one on one. You may never even see Karrion Cross and Pete Dunne face each other, because by the time they will start grappling and showing their moves and what they are capable of, the other three are not going to sit around and wait. So the ideal thing for me would be one of them could just, since it's a no disqualification, no count out match, result must take through in the ring via pinfall or submission. You could see that even if Karrion Cross and Pete Dunne come face to face, it would not be for too long, because the other three will be waiting to jump upon the other and try and take these two out of commission, as these two are very good as far as the submission is concerned, which leaves Cole, Gargano and Riley as individuals who could come together for a temporary alliance. You never know what's going to happen. You could see Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly go hammer and tongs, go nuclear, or there could be some kind of maturity could prevail, and you could see Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly team up once again for the sake of taking out their opponents and then facing each other for the NXT Men's Championship. As I said, anything is possible in a fatal 5-way match, though it takes away the fun of and the excitement of a one-on-one match. Well, it was supposed to be a one-on-one match, but eventually, due to certain events, the management and the commissioner decided to transform it into a fatal 5-way match, and it always leaves the champion in a peril. But we have seen the likes of Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns come through a triple threat or a fatal 4-way match. So Karrion Cross could well prevail as the championship, or we could see the likes of Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly win their maiden NXT championship, or Adam Cole could become a 2-time NXT champion. Anything is possible. And then comes the other pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell, that is the combination of Raw and SmackDown, for which the only match which has been confirmed is the one between WWE World Heavyweight Men's Championship. That is the one between Bobby Lashley and the luckiest wrestler Drew McIntyre, who gets another chance. And can he do it? Well, that will remain to be seen, because he is quite lucky, but he gets another chance because he did beat an opponent to get a chance. So anything is possible. And unlike NXT, who took a gamble in having a fatal 5-way match For the WWE World Men's Championship, they decided not to go into the realm of fatal four ways, fatal five ways, or triple threats. Though for me, one more wrestler who could deserve a chance is an AJ Styles, who has not been given an opportunity since the last 3 years. So anything is possible. Drew McIntyre could become a three-time champion. Bobby Lashley could retain his championship, and we could see a mouth-watering Bobby Lashley Roman Reigns clash if it happens at Survivor Series. But that's a long, long way. Let's take a short break. There you go, the special guest has been revealed. Episode number 375, interaction with special guest Mohit on the 9th of June 2021 at 7 pm IST.
For more awesome content, tune in to the next episode of the weekly show with
Well, that ends episode number 374 on the 7th of June 2021. I will be back on Wednesday at 7 pm in a special interaction with special guest Mohit. Till then, goodbye. You can also read my books, The Fifth Empire and Beyond the TV, available on Amazon in ebook and hard copy format.